Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my live stream. I haven't done a live stream actually in a while. It's been some time. But I managed to get up here without killing too much of my battery, so I thought, hey, you know what? Why not go live and see what's going on in the community. I got my setup. I got like this little umbrella. It's pretty cool. Like hooks onto my, in fact, I'm probably gonna have to like put a weight on my stand so that it doesn't fly away or whatever. But yeah, it's a nice day. There's hardly any wind or anything. We're just kind of hanging out. Kicking back. This is kind of where I come. This is where I go to like every day, is this spot right here. And I just sort of I allow me to be me. Kind of feel like the greatest work that you can do is just being yourself. Because I think that as soon as you kind of can let you be you, kind of like leave yourself alone, so to speak. Like learn how to like leave yourself alone. And then I think you become like a natural function of the universe more so. You become something that fits in better with your surroundings. You become a product of nature. And I think that in a lot of ways that can really allow you to harmonize with your surroundings, with people, and with, the nature of reality itself. So I just kind of come up here and I try to like, feel myself out and allow myself to be me. And I think some of the challenges with that are just like maybe feeling so open. I think being honest sometimes is really hard, especially being honest with yourself, It's just this whole idea that you can become lost. I think that that's one of the greatest things of life is the ability to get lost, but I think it's our scariest thing. I think that the more that we think that everything that we do matters, right? The more that we think we know ourselves, but I think if we really knew ourselves, I think that we'd be more lost. And so I think that those are some of the challenges with being comfortable in your own skin and being comfortable with to share with others. And being able to talk to yourself, however it is that you go about thinking, right? Thinking has a lot less of a stereotype to it than talking to yourself. But however you can think freely to yourself. The moment that you open up that book, though, again, it allows you to become sort of lost, because the more that you think that you're a natural part of this world, I think that it can do a lot of good for you and your ability to harmonize with, again, the more that you're a natural thing, the more that you just work. And I think that you can sort of embrace the sun. I think a lot of people are really scared of the sun. It's like the idea, again, of being lost in something that, is just surrounded by openness, right? Kind of like being like the sun. But again, it's not being open. You just got to remember that once you start that fire, just keep it going. And then the more that you burn, I think that the more that you just shed that light for yourself and for others. See your comment real quick. Self within gross reality are subtle. Then there's a timelines attachments. Samsara. I'm not sure who Samsara is. Yo, what's up, Golem? But thanks, Daisy. Thanks for the comment. Yeah. I'll have to look into Samsara. Right now I'm reading, the book I'm reading is called 6 Memos for the Next Millennium by Italo Calvino. So that's what I'm reading right now. And it's mostly about language, but I found it in the poetry section of the bookstore because I wanted something that I could just read fluidly that seemed like it was really free, you know, and like to some extent, I think the sun is a wild thing. Like it just expresses everything. It sheds lights on anything that exists. Maybe there's always a pathway of order and a pathway of chaos, and it's up to us to choose, you know. But there's always a pathway of harmony and symmetry, you know, that can sort of parallel both things. And I think in language, we can express some sort of craziness, but it's harnessed at the same time because it's light, just like words. You know, is flying such a crazy thing? Well, it's not if we're birds, you know? So I like letting kind of poetry like take control. And this book, it has a lot of little poems that he dissects in there quite a bit to like give you some good reference points to, you know, how to narrate your own life and how to think possibly, you know. But yeah, again, this is just a place where I come to. I'm very open, but for some reason nobody comes here, you know. So but I enjoy it though. Kind of found a cool little rock. It stayed on. I tried to flick it off, but it stayed up. It's not the sunniest of days today. Somewhere in between, you know. But this is like a little ledge right here where I can kind of see right over there. It's like I don't know, like a 50-foot drop, just like right there, you know. So I'd be kind of careful up here, I guess, at this spot, this place. And I did have a pillar that I brought up here because I loved how it looked. I wanted to make it all, you know, look all cool. Daisy, people are too wrapped up, distracted in meaningless tasks. They forget about nature. They forget to be creative. They simply got lost in worldly distractions. Good for you for being awake. Namaskaraha. Nama? I've never heard that before. I've heard namaste, but I don't know what namaskaraha means. I'm not sure. I did yoga like when I was in college, like one of the things that I did more than anything else that really helped me sort of like achieve balance, you know, between this world of competition and this world of, you know, individualism at the same time. Sort of all roads lead to the self, you know, sort of thing. And Rome is like a big giant mirror that reflects everything, just like the sky and the moon. But yeah, I did a lot of yoga. I'm not sure I've never heard that term before though. You'll have to tell me what it means. I'm not quite sure what it means. Yeah, thanks. I like to come up here and meditate, and I read. I'll probably, after I finish my live, I'll probably read for, like 30 minutes or something like that. I'll read and highlight kind of what I went over, see if I can like sort of, find some sense of worth, something worthwhile that I feel like is momentous, has the ability to carry me further. And surprisingly, I have a decent reception here too. Almost most anywhere else, you like don't get very good reception, but right here it's like all right. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try going live. I don't know if any of you have noticed this, or if any of you watch my channel that much, but I've started wearing this like wrap, this like orange wrap, like every day. It's got like, from when I had my huge mustache and beard, like some beads that I had put in it, and like this diamond pendant that I found like in the street. So it's kind of neat. It's like my little charm bracelet, but it's like made out of cloth. Makes it feel like very tribal, and like crafty. That, and whenever I go hiking, I carry around this. This is pepper spray right here. Like, there's just too many wild animals, and like I just do this way too much. You know what I mean? It's like always better to be safe than sorry or whatever. So I got my pepper spray right here. I can just, and it's like very convenient. It's doesn't look like anything. You can pass it off for, basically anything else, and it doesn't like alarm anybody or whatever. So it's from this company. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just think it's a really cool product. But if any of you think that's cool, you should check out their website or go on Google and type in like Little Viper pepper spray. But yeah, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I just think it's cool. They got like a bunch of colors, but I think it's always a good idea to have some protection, especially when you're walking around in the woods, quite a bit and stuff. So yeah, 15 minutes. Well, maybe I'll end the stream right there. I kind of went on a decent little run. So anyways, guys, thanks for joining. Just wanted, again, to share kind of this place with some people who maybe like it and whatever, and let everybody know that I'm still, free running and out, like freestyling out here. So anyways, I'll catch y'all later, okay? Bye.